There has been a bit of a delay because of mechanical problems with the plane, but area veterans are expected back in La Crosse tonight after taking a very special trip. This morning, about 100 veterans boarded the Freedom Honor flight to Washington, D.C. The trip's purpose is to give World War II veterans a chance to see the memorial built in their honor. Freedom Honor Flight's President Chuck Hansen joins us live from the Colgan Air Hangar at the La Crosse Airport to tell us a little bit more about today's trip. Hi, Chuck. Tell us a little bit, if you can, just about the mood of the veterans and the families this morning at takeoff.
I couldn't quite catch the question.
Tell us a little bit about the mood this morning as the veterans were taking off for the Freedom Honor flight.
Oh, we had a wonderful mood this morning. Families and friends were here to see them off on the airplane. We were right on time, in fact, ahead of schedule. They had a great tailwind to get them to Washington, so they arrived early. And the mood was wonderful and a lot of celebration. Feeling of just real appreciation from the community that we would be doing this kind of thing to recognize them for all they did for us.
Tell us how important and special this trip is for veterans who haven't seen the memorial before.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Tell us how special this trip is for veterans who haven't been able to see the memorial.
I think people don't realize that the World War II memorial in Washington was only completed in 2004. I mean, that was like 60 years after the end of World War II. And that meant that most of these veterans by that time were too old, or frankly, they couldn't afford to go to Washington and see this beautiful structure that's been put there to recognize them for what they did. So there was so much excitement. In fact, there was a couple of veterans on this flight that had never been on an airplane before. And for them, that was just a tremendous thrill. So they really appreciate the fact that there's so much sense in the community that they're important, and what they did for us as a country was important, that I think they're recognizing now, they're getting a thank you that they never got earlier on.
All right, well, thank you very much, Chuck. This is the Freedom Honor Flight's 4th mission. The next is scheduled for late June. Tomorrow we'll have continuing coverage on this Freedom Honor Flight and hear from veterans what this trip has meant to them.